These World Radio Communications conferences, as you said, Drew, happen every 4 years, and they are convened by the International Telecommunications Union. They produce a treaty about what spectrum utilization is going to look like. Their fundamental goal is to try to, as much as they can, harmonize how we're using radio spectrum. Because if we harmonize it, we have less interference at national borders.
Of the agenda items on the docket for 2027, over 80% of them are space related. And so this is really going to be a big one for the space industry, with the WRC 27 being in Shanghai. And there are definitely a lot of concerns that we have, security concerns. It will be difficult to find those safe spaces where you can discuss, hey, this is what our hardware looks like, this is our intellectual property. The satellite industry in particular is vulnerable to espionage because, unlike terrestrial telecoms, most of our hardware is designed and manufactured in the United States, and much of it is export controlled as well.
Smaller ISPs, local governments, and local community organizations, nonprofits, weren't at the table. And yet they're the ones trying to deploy the networks for the people every day. This has to change. I believe that the cities and the counties, once again, should have their own ISPs. Let's not talk about satellites for billionaires. Let's talk about the last minute rural internet connection. That's where global rules hit real people. The ITU has a role to play in making sure all nations, especially the developing ones, have a voice at the table and a shot at inclusion.
The Wi-Fi industry, with the decision of the FCC in 2020 to open the full 6 gigahertz band, so 1200 megahertz of spectrum to Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, by the way, had not had new spectrum in 17 years. China has a champion, Huawei. Whatever's good for Huawei, China wants. They have been against upper 6 gigahertz from the beginning and trying to undermine regulators who want to open up their spectrum for Wi-Fi. They are ubiquitous, they are relentless, and I think, as Madeline said, and aggressive.
The ITU has said that there are over 1 billion people who are unconnected now or underconnected who would benefit greatly from satellite internet. Internet connectivity is a huge factor for social mobility.